Okay, I'm back from the airport. My daughter's home from Canada. It's no longer Sunday because my mind needed a little bit of a break before we picked more books. It's now Tuesday. I have a doctor's appointment this afternoon, so let's continue on. We're going to choose the books for Sufferathon now. This is hosted by Pages with Paige, and each month you jump to a different YouTube channel to find out what your prompt is going to be. May's host is Paige herself. Since it looks like I'm going to become a secret agent based on April's prompt, I get to live this lifestyle for a little bit by being a part of an action-packed, fast-paced car chase. So I need a book that fits that. A page turner, in other words. So it has to be a short chapters, short book, fast-paced, thriller. Thriller is really good. That genre pretty much fits all of that. Okay, so for the first book, Bringing Back Hostage by Claire McIntosh. Definitely a thriller. Then we're going to go back to our little quest to find out how long it takes Clive Cussler to be able to write women characters in a semi-believable fashion, because at the beginning of the series he fails miserably. I think these came out in the 70s. Third book in the series is Iceberg. And then I have The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins, which I thought was a mystery, but it's actually classified as a thriller. And it looks like that one's an adaptation. And I got the new one. This just released like 5 days ago. Allie Carter, the blonde who came in from the cold. This is a thriller rom-com. Part 2 in the series. Absolutely loved the first one, which was The Blonde Identity. And continue on in my Dan Brown Da Vinci series. Inferno is book 3. Then today I have a doctor's appointment. After that, I am going to Barnes & Noble and I am going to pick up a copy of Dungeon Crawler Carl. Dungeon Crawler Carl. There we go. Which sounds like so much fun. Okay, let's get a little rock bag, find out where I'm going to be dropping the disc, and see which book wins. Okay, we have this one, the third slot. That shouldn't be in there. Oh, I was trying to find 3 down here and drop. I don't know what I was thinking. All I have to do is 1, 2, 3. First book. I didn't. Okay, wait. I have to number my books. And my cards are gone. See, if I stop in the middle of something, then it's just a lost cause after that. Okay, I'm just going to draw a new number to see where we drop it. And I got 3 again. Let's see if it lands in the same spot. 1, 2, 3. It did. 1. Oh, man. This is probably the one I wanted the least. Yeah, it was. Okay, but it is now a priority. It will be read hopefully in August, if not before the end of the year. There's a bizarre ocean vessel with a crew of corpses. A deadly Arctic confrontation, a vicious international conspiracy to hijack a continent. Should be actually, I really do love these books. Dirk Pitt is the main character. Kind of like an Indiana Jones type thing mixed with a little bit of, I don't know, he's not really doing archaeology. It's Navy. It goes on the list. That's all we need. I forgot. We got to keep this, got to dial in, right? Okay. May's book. Send help. Okay, and then our prompt for June. I had to go over to Ben Chicken Books. This is Meredith. So she says it's time to wake up. Apparently, I'm not really a secret agent. I guess I was just like adrift and asleep in the ocean, which is not a good combination to be. I hope I had a life vest. Anyway, it's time to wake up and snap out of it. I'm not a secret agent, unfortunately. But I have to do something to take care of myself. Something and do some reflection. So this is either suss out goals, journal, get sunlight, hobby time, something like that. I don't know that there's actually supposed to be a book read for this. I kind of got a little confused by this video, to be honest. It was like a minute long, and I couldn't hear a page. That was 3 of them, and she was on the end farthest away from the microphone. So I am just I'm giving myself a freebie, because I have done plenty of self-help and reflection and everything this entire year with the cancer and all that. I don't need any of that. What I do need will be a huge self-help boost for me is to get this book on my TBR. I want to read it now during my birthday month. And out of over 20, how many have I had now? 8 and 5, 13, 8, 21, 22 prompts so far. I have not even been able to get this as a contender to have a chance. So for June, I am reading The Brothers Hawthorne. This is what I need to wake up. There we go. Because I want to move on in this series. And yes. So there, we got June. We don't have to do any of the rigmarole. So for July, I went over to the reading run, back to her channel. And she has been instructed by HR to inquire from all of the guests on how they feel. And the choices you could give her are hope, dread, concern, or rage. I'm not going to pick one of those because I don't know, back in July and today I'm just scattered and that's not an option. So I picked one book that would fit for each little category, and we will let the game decide what mood I'm in. Book representing hope is Thunderstruck, because Sufferathon is determined to, they're going to squash any hope you have. Instead, they're going to put you in an embarrassing predicament. You have to go back to May's prompt. On the stage, you have to read something that's intimidating, uncomfortable, large book, everything. Thunderstruck. This has a lot of science in it, and it just goes right over my head. I've started it and haven't finished it. So definitely intimidated by this one, but I do want to read it. By the way, if it wins, I will start over from page 1. Okay, Dread. It's the lowest rated book. So according to Goodreads, from the best that I could sort it and everything, Strangers in Budapest has the lowest rating by Jessica Keener, I bet. Concern. I can feel concerned. And for that, the prompt is a book you've been side-eyeing. So I call them bullseye. They've got a target on them because you're considering unhauling them, or it's could have a book with bad hype around it, ugly cover and everything. And I chose The Wicked King because I am seriously considering, in fact, almost positive that I want to just unhaul this series. Doesn't call to me, and it's taking up space. So we will see. For Rage, you have to go back to April's prompt and go see a therapist. So that's self-help book. I can't remember what else, but I have like 2 self-help books, I think, and one of it is The Traveler's Gift. So 7 decisions that determine personal success. So this will go on the list for that. Since my game allows for 6 options, and I cannot, I can't do 2 for each prompt because that would give me 8 books or 6 options. So what I am going to do, 2 of these emotions require more than 1 book to be read, and 2 just have 1 book. I am going to increase my odds by doubling numbers on the 2 emotions that only require 1 book. I'm going to show myself a little kindness. Dread and Concern only have 1 book. So, that's what we're hoping for. Which I don't think I've ever hoped for that. I am concerned at the length of this video. I'm sorry. Thank you for sticking with me. Okay, here we go. And it's number 7. So the last spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ready? Four. I'm afraid is 4. Yay! I'm so excited. I'm going to read my lowest rated book. Yeah, so I'm reading Strangers in Budapest. It had like a 3 something, maybe 3.2 or something like that was the average rating. Full of seduction and intrigue. Actually, I think this one was a thriller. So we have a couple with a new baby moving from Boston to Budapest following the fall of the communist regime. Will dreams of building a life for his family in the developing country, while she hopes to escape the ghosts that haunt her. So things aren't going to go well there, I don't think. This one is going on my list. By the way, I got this from the Wordy Traveler. So this wasn't a book I sought out. It came in a subscription box. Now, if I had gotten Thunderstruck, I would have had to also redo June's prompt. And then you're just supposed to pick a new emotion and go again, or just repeat. You know, you keep embarrassing yourself and waking up until the end of the month. If I had done The Traveler's Gift, it would have been 3 books with therapy, and then you have to run in the field. So you have to do May's prompt, and then you have to do June's prompt where you wake up. And again, you just keep repeating that cycle until the end of the month, or you choose a new emotion. So I lucked out. I only need the 1 book. Okay, so I need 1 more for Sufferathon, and then I'll be caught up. And I get to go over to A-Star Reads. Amy just cracks me up. She has some binocular trouble. I've been there, I've done that. So apparently, I missed the rescue operation. Now I am stuck on an island. I guess the rescue people came through, cleared off the island, and since I didn't get there in time, I'm always late. I will be stuck here, and I have to build community, and it'll help me later if I can happen to bond with some of the other people that are stuck here with me waiting rescue. So for this, you're supposed to do a buddy read, book club read, readathon, share a favorite book with someone. There's enough going on. I can't run a buddy read or a book club or starting stuff this month. No. So what I've decided to do, because the reason I am piling so many books on my TBR this month is because I am playing Bingo Maze. Come hell or high water, I am playing it this month, and I hope to do it next week. So that is a readathon. We'll be starting with a new board, clean slate. So what I'm going to do is the first book I read for Bingo Maze, which is my own mini readathon, that is not part of one of my extra challenges. In other words, first book that is not within this video already, that will be the book that I match up with the August prompt, because it will be a book read for a readathon. I just got to remember it. Okay, hope that made sense. So we are technically only adding 3, and the 4th book will come from whatever unattached book I read for Bingo Maze. Not too bad. Of course, I am doing 4 readathons for the year, and Aeldia Adventures I am the most behind in. In fact, I'm still on February. If we look at our map, I went from the center up to 2A, and now I have to decide if I'm going to be going right or left. So I'm going to put 3 books for the right direction and 3 books for left, and we will let the books decide which way I go. First prompt is read a book with a drink on the cover. Of course, my brain went blank. Couldn't remember any of them, and I know I've saw a ton, but I finally prevailed and found the smallest drinks on all the books. The next book I just pick up randomly will probably have a huge drink, and I'll be like, oh yeah. But we're bringing back the no-show, Beth O'Leary. She is drinking something. I'm not sure what it is. It might be a lemonade. I think she's at work. And my other drink, look down here on the floor, we have a spilled glass of wine, and this is the second one in the Mr. Darcy and Miss Tilney mystery, the late Mrs. Willoughby. So I'm looking forward to this. The first one was The Murder of Mr. Wickham. I really enjoyed it. So the Darcy's and Tilney's children team up, and they make our detective duo. And for my third drink, we got a cup of tea over here. This is the second book for the Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels. There's that cover. And this time it's the League of Gentlewomen Witches. So we have witches that the magic turns the houses into pirate ships. So they're like circling above in house ships that fly. It was quite entertaining. So this is the second one. And like I said, teacup. Other prompt is read a thriller. So I just pulled back some that we've already talked about. The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. Allie Carter's back with the blonde who came in from the cold. And once again, I'm going to put up the book that I intend to buy this afternoon, Dungeon Crawler Carl. That spot is Dungeon Crawler Carl. Here's a placeholder. Okay, we need to number these. I keep jumping ahead trying to do... Okay, I will do this one. Number 5, fifth spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got a wild. Oh no. Oh, okay. So I could potentially get the book that I haven't even bought yet on the TBR, or the one that I bought yesterday. Oh no. I'm going to see how many pages. Okay, it's 450 pages. Sci-fi fantasy. It's supposed to be humorous. The world, like all the buildings collapse and underground, it becomes like this huge dungeon. It's a video game world, and you have to, the TV show, and the cat is that's it. Dungeon Crawler Carl. It is going on my list. I'm so excited. I don't even own it yet. Okay, that's a good choice. So that means that our thriller one, here's our map, and we are going to be going to 3D. We have to inspect the well. So we found an ornate well. It seems to have some charms and etchings in the stone. Stay a while and inspect it. So we'll hang out here, and maybe we can find some notes that Nisilla left behind. I don't know. I don't even know if she's come this way. Okay, let's go ahead and do one more, and then I think we'll call it good. This will be plenty on my list. So when we're done inspecting the well, according to the map, I have to wait till the morning because I can't see where I'm stepping. So I have to wait for the morning light, and I'm going to have to read my book in the morning hours. Okay, so this book will automatically be disqualified for, well, no. It could still work for Bingo Maze. Okay, you know what? I'm making this as complicated as I can, and I'm going to do exactly what it says. It says wait for morning. So I'm not going to make this decision right now. I am going to wait for the morning. In other words, during Bingo Maze, I may decide to attach one of the first books that I do in the morning to this prompt, or I may decide to just save it for the next video because this one's really long. So yeah, we're just gonna wait. We're waiting on that one. So the only book that is being added to Aeldia Adventures so far is the one that I'm gonna pick up today. That being said, I now have 13 books from my 2 other TBR games, and I added 13 books for today. 26 books for the month of August on my TBR. It's August 12th, and the clock is ticking. Now, of course, I don't expect to read all 26 books before the end of the month. This is just narrowing down my entire library to a very small stack for me to pick from when I play Bingo Maze, which will be happening next week. I've got tons of editing to do. Doctor's appointment. I hope to see y'all soon, and bye for now.